Bloody Mary is a folklore legend consisting of a ghost, phantom, or spirit conjured to reveal the future. She is said to appear in a mirror when her name is called 3 times. The Bloody Mary apparition may be benign or malevolent, depending on historic variations of the legend. The Bloody Mary appearances are mostly witnessed in group participation play. The ritual encouraged young women to walk up a flight of stairs backwards, holding a candle and a mirror, in a darkened house. As they gazed into the mirror, they were supposed to be able to catch a view of their future husband's face. There was, however, a chance that they would see a skull, or the face of the Grim Reaper, instead, indicating that they were destined to die before they would have the chance to marry. In the ritual of today, Bloody Mary allegedly appears to individuals or groups who ritualistically invoke her name in an act of catoptromancy. This is done by repeatedly chanting her name in a mirror placed in a dimly lit, or candle-lit room. The Bloody Mary apparition allegedly appears as a corpse, a witch or ghost, can be friendly or evil, and is sometimes seen covered in blood. The law surrounding the ritual states that participants may enjoy apparitions screaming at them, cursing them, strangling them, stealing their soul, drinking their blood, or scratching their eyes out. The modern legend of Hangako-san in Japan strongly parallels the Bloody Mary mythology.
Staring into a mirror, in a dimly lit room, for a prolonged period can cause one to hallucinate. Facial features may appear to melt, distort, disappear, and rotate, while other hallucinatory elements, such as animal or strange faces, may appear. Giovanni Caputo writes that this phenomenon, which he calls the strange face illusion, is believed to be a consequence of a dissociative identity effect, which causes the brain's facial recognition system to misfire in an as yet unidentified way. Other possible explanations for the phenomena include illusions attributed, at least partially, to the perceptual effects of Drosler's fading, and possibly self-hypnosis. An urban legend that says that anyone who chants the words Bloody Mary 3 times in front of a mirror will summon a vengeful spirit. This spirit has been reported to do a variety of things to the person who summons her, including killing the person, scratching their eyes out, driving them mad, or pulling them into the mirror with the spirit, generally referred to as the spirit of a woman or even a witch. This is an old legend, but in 1978 a folklorist named Janet Langlois published an essay on Bloody Mary, which led to the tale becoming a popular slumber party ritual done by girls as well as boys. No one knows the origins of the Bloody Mary legend. Over the years, she has been rumored to be anything from a witch that was killed for practicing witchcraft to a modern-day woman killed in a car crash, depending on what part of the country you live in.
The Bloody Mary legend is an old legend, based on many urban legends and folklore that many believe was based upon the true story of the witch, Mary Worth. The Bloody Mary story may seem somewhat innocent until you learn quite how gruesome and violent the tale is. It has it all: witches, kidnappings, burning a witch at the stake, and magic. The legend says that if you hold a lit candle in a darkened room with a mirror, any darkened room will do, although it's usually a bathroom, and say, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary into that mirror, you'll be greeted with the rather startling image of Mary's reflection in the mirror behind you. Different retellings of the story offer different versions of the tale, with some imagining Bloody Mary quite literally dripping in blood when she appears behind you, others telling of her dragging you away if you turn around to look at her in person, as well as more macabre tales that talk of violent murders and blood pouring from taps. Is Bloody Mary real? Some people think so, based on the story of the witch, Mary Worth. Many people already believe that Mary was a witch, simply because she lived in the forest, in an extremely small cabin, and was known around the local village for selling tinctures and herbal remedies. Locals were very wary of her and didn't want to get too close, fearful that she'd curse them, or their animals. Soon, small girls started to go missing. The people in the village looked everywhere that they could think of for them. A few brave folk even ventured toward Bloody Mary's cabin to search for the girls there, and although the witch denied all knowledge of the girls' disappearances, the families were suspicious. Getting the help of a few townsfolk, the town farmer, loading his gun with silver bullets, he fired a shot and caught her in the hip. She was caught, kicking, thrashing and screaming. She was tied to a stake. A bonfire was promptly built so that this supposed witch could be gone for good. As she was burning, she set a curse upon the villagers and told them that if they ever dared to utter her name in a mirror, she would be back for them. Her spirit would return to wherever they summoned her from, to exact her revenge. Unfortunately for the villagers with missing children, when they got back home to the village and returned to Mary's house and did a proper search, they found what they were looking for: rows and rows of unmarked graves. It seemed that she'd been using the blood of their children to make herself more youthful.